Admire the goal of the former Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. When you think about it, she does live in her own world. We found that out all thanks to that ongoing podcast. Anybody else still with it? But with this breaking story, it's fascinating to see just how far she's willing to push it. And as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today, whatever you're doing. I find these stories incredible when you think, because when you are part of the British monarchy, there are certain rules and regulations that we all know that you simply can't break, A lot of people have been asking me, by the way, online about, what's the protocol now with, in fact, meeting senior members of the British monarchy. And as we've told you, William and Catherine are sort of leading the way with a little bit more relaxed, informal sort of meet and greet, not so much curtsying, warmer kisses on cheeks, shaking hands, that sort of thing. Even Prince Charles led the way by pecking the cheek of Stella McCartney, the fashion designer daughter of Sir Paul McCartney, at a recent event we attended at Buckingham Palace. It wouldn't have been the same with our late monarch. She wasn't necessarily a stickler for curtsying and stuff like that, but it was just respect. People wanted to do that, I remember being involved in a royal variety show and everybody was backstage, learning to curtsy and bow and what did they say, all of that sort of stuff. So it's strange, isn't it, when you look at it, how the monarchy has moved forward. This is now a big problem for the one-time nanosecond royal Meghan Markle, who's gone from being Duchess, yes, the Duchess of Sussex, and the most famous family in the world, hugely respected, to basically making a podcast in a back bedroom, if you want to look at it like that. That's what she now is, from Duchess to podcaster. What's interesting here though is that Meghan has also recently decided to reinvigorate her lifestyle vlog, The Tig. She's hoping to find out whether she can still use the name and activate it. Again, fascinating stuff when you think about it. But moving forward, if she does get the permission to do this, this is really upsetting the apple cart over here in the United Kingdom, simply because people will then totally realise that she's using her title, as she likes to be phrased, Meghan Duchess of Sussex, to be able to get freebies, sell things, recommend things. That's what the vlog does and will do. Whether it be restaurant, recommendations, makeup, lifestyle things, retreats, hotels. The idea really is to put yourself together a brand where people buy into you, and if you say that this lipstick's good, perhaps you will go out and buy it on the back of her say-so. This really contradicts everything that the title stands for, or indeed the use of a royal title. Meghan, according to a very good source, her answer is simply this: Mike Tyndall's gone back into the jungle, so he's making money by royal association. And of course, Duchess Sarah Ferguson uses her title to make books, to write her books. She's titled Sarah, Duchess of York. So it's going to be a very tricky time for the king moving forward, because this will be one of the very biggest sticking points for, of course, the people here in the United Kingdom. They don't want to see this. And if anything is going to reactivate that discussion in the House of Lords, in Parliament, about how they remove not just the Chancellor of State, but the titles in full, then this really could escalate even further. It's another problem for the king, because obviously he's a nice man and wants things to just flatten out and return to what they were. The only thing Meghan's preparing to flatten, seemingly, is the reputation of the British monarchy. And the other side of it is simply this: she wants and needs to carry on making money, and she sees a return to being a vlogger via the Tig the perfect way to do it. Will someone stop her in her tracks? As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.